Okay, good morning, everyone. So we're here Thursday morning, and we have the Tai Chi Paradigm live, and the 108 movement after that. And we have a couple of students that have joined in today, so they're going to just work along with us. So we just start as usual. Feet shoulder width, hands up, turning 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and stop. Okay, to the side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, hands up. Reach down, stretch. 1, 2, 3. To your right, to your left. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, one more time. Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right. 2, 3. Left. 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, let's try it one more time. Hands up. Reach down. Relax the back of the hamstrings. Let it go down. 1, 2, 3. To your right. To your left. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, hands on your waist. Circular movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, and stop. Okay, cross. Hold your knees. Circular movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Reverse. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, and stop. Okay, center. Hands on your waist. Neck turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center, tilt to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, and stop. Center. Down, rotating. 1, 2, 3. Reverse. 1, 2, 3. Okay, hands up. Pull in, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, spread your feet. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, and stop. Okay, let's stretch it out. Okay, switch. Switch again. Switch. Okay, switch and straighten the front knee. Okay, switch, other leg. Switch. Switch. Okay, center. Okay, let's shake it out. Okay, hands up. Pull in, inhale, up on your toes, and down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, hands in your waist. Shoulder roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Okay. Press. Release. Exhale. Inhale. and stop. Hands up, pull in, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, wrists. Okay, reverse. And center. Okay, let's go big. Big circle, relax the shoulders. 2, way up high. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, shake it out. Hands up again, deep breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, so we just do a little shifting from side to side. Just slowly shifting, find your center, and then shift. So I was doing this the other day. So when you shift over, once your center gets over that supporting foot, this will just kind of swing in, and gravity will bring the leg in. So when you shift over, that's finding your center. That's your balance point. So that's the simplest way to get your body weight over that foot. And so it's a practice, and the more you do it, the easier it is to find that center. Then once you find your center, we can actually lift the knee to stand on one leg. Okay, good. Center, shake it out. Okay, let's get our arms swinging. Turn the shoulders a bit. Find your center line. Okay, now you're going to get that right leg in. And center. Okay, switch the other side. Start like this and go. And center. Okay, next, out to the side. Let it go. and center. Switch. This way. And center. Okay, shake it out. Hands up. Pull in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, silk grilling. Okay, we're going to sit back. It's okay. Turn. Good. Okay, center switch. Hold the ball. Go forward. Run it across the top. And back down. And center. Okay. Back to center. We're going to open and close, cross the arms. Okay, switch. Cross the arms, open and close. Rise and fall. Okay. Expand. Sink the elbows, relax the shoulders. And center. Okay, feet parallel. Preparation, circular movements. Okay, lower hoop. shoulder height. Elbows down. Lower palms down. Straighten the knees, lift the back. And extend. Okay, hands up, deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Diagonal flying. Okay, switch. Okay, let's go to center. Cloud hands. Okay, palms down. Carry tiger to the mountain. Upper hoop. Palms out. Cross the forearms and down. Lift up. Cross the forearms and down. Okay, lift up. Palms out. In and down. Okay, infinity sign. form the fist. Okay. Palms together. Strum the lute. Find your center line. Relax the shoulders. Sink the elbow. Okay, thumbs up on the right, and then we'll switch the other side. Okay, palms out, straighten, draw the bow. Okay, center, widen the stance, fan through the back. Okay, hands on top, lift up, elbows out, lift up. Okay, raise the hand. And palms down. Okay, deep breathing, hands up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, good. So we're going to go through some of the individual postures before we do the form. So that we do the grass, the sparrow's tail preparation. So we start off with our feet parallel. So these are just working the postures. I've been working what I call the front linear form, so this is preparation. And we step up on the left side. So this is press forward, horizontal. Okay. Let's twist step. Step up. Switch hands. So we can watch our movements right in the mirror. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Turn to the corner, single whip. Open the stance. Hold the ball. Shift your weight. Diagonal flying. Shift. Step up. Neutral right. Press forward. Horizontal elbow. Continue forward. Pass through center. And raise the hand. Bend from the waist. Stork flaps wings. And relax. Okay, let's step up with the left foot. Go to neutral position. Brush knee. Go to the left side. Twist step. Step through. Turn. Go forward. Turn out. And push. Find neutral center left. Turn to your right, 45 degrees, back to center, lean forward. Step up, close the door. Form the fists and punch. Divert, block, and punch. Cross the arms, leopard and tiger springs to mountain. Okay, let's go to the neutral position. Okay, to fist under elbow. Repulse the monkey, go to neutral. Left side first, straighten the back foot. Go forward, turn to your right, straighten the left. Shift your weight, sit, pass through center. Find the rear stance. Go forward again. Straighten the back foot. Neutral. Hold the ball. Twist step. Step up. Diagonal flying. Sit back. Insert the needle. Step out to the side. Fan through the back. Turn. Now watch yourself in the mirror. Stroke down. Invert the hand. Sit back. Parry and punch on the inside. And then reset the other hand by the elbow. Okay. Then you form your fist. We did this earlier. Step forward and punch. Right? Punch, divert, block, and punch. Good. And then carry tiger to the mountain. Okay. So let's turn back to the mirror. So we're here now. So we're going to raise the left hand, bend from the waist, stork flaps wings. Okay, turn. We're going to do the left side, grasp the sparrow's tail. Left side single whip. Hold the ball. Reverse the ball. Diagonal flying. Okay, sit back. Stroke down. Part the horse's mane. Step up. Stroke down. And part the horse's mane. Okay, so let's turn toward the mirror like this. Okay, Now we're going to sit back, cross over. 1, 2, Jade Lady work shuttle. Cross over. Jade Lady work shuttle. Drop your elbow, hook your wrist. Step up. Single whip. Cloud hands. Hold the ball. Circular movement, reversing the ball to diagonal flying on the right side. Close the form. Okay. So that gives you the whole view of all your movements. So I call that the linear form, and you try to get everything facing front. So for learning before the sequence is really identifying the postures. Once you identify the postures, you have to kind of work those. So you can see that the postures are just units, and however you get into that in the frontal position is just setting up. Now that's mirror image. You know, you're copying from behind, so it's easy to follow. So someone else following can track from behind. So the mirror image sometimes is a little confusing. You know, if I'm facing you and doing it, I have to do it backwards. So, you know, when you drill on these movements, you just take one posture and just work on it. So another way of doing it is working the 180 degree. So we start with our feet like this, and we pivot our feet. Okay, now we're in the square stance. If I pivot like this, that's a 90 degree turn. If I did the left side grasp the sparrow's tail and hook the wrist and turn back to the front and just open the hand. So this is narrow. You know, normally it's like this, but we're in a narrow stance. So we're in this position, and we turn this way. Then we go to neutral, and we do the grasp the sparrow's tail right side. Hook your wrist. So you're developing your leg work, your transition, and you're developing your position as a transition. Grasp the sparrow's tail right side. Turn. Turn. Okay, let's go back to neutral right. Let's go to forward position. Sit back and turn. Turn. Brush knee. Brush knee. Vertical to horizontal. Sit back and turn. Square the feet. Brush knee and push. Sit back. Go forward. So this is your setup, just like the oblique brush knee with the 180 degree turn. And then we go back to center. And then we're here. Okay? Deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, now we toe out. Step up. Part the horse's mane. We cross corner. Jade Lady work shuttle. Cross corner. Jade Lady work shuttle. Cross corner. Jade Lady work shuttle. So when we sit back, we turn, drop this hand, cross over, move this to center, and then move this up. And you go forward, back, turn, and turn. Now we sit back, lower the inside hand, cross over, find your center, and then switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sit back. Drop this hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, shake it out. So, when you go through a form, it's just sequential, but you can't actually...
Hey, Sivu?
Yeah?
We actually have a question.
Oh, okay.
Aruna said she really enjoys the drills. She noticed that her outside foot pivots first as opposed to the inside. Is that one okay?
Say that again?
So Aruna said that she notices when you're doing that cloud hands movement that her outside foot pivots first as opposed to the inside foot. And she wanted to know if that's okay.
When you're in cloud hands,
Mm-hmm.
and your inside foot turns.
Oh, sorry, Sivu. Correction, that was in regards to the brush knee movement.
Oh, okay. So in the brush knee move, we'll go back to that other thing. Yeah, so when we're here, we pivot, we sit back, okay, then we go forward to preset the hands, then the front foot turns, and then the toe, and then the toe, and then the heel. So the feet turn, so you turn in the direction that you're headed first, then it's a toe and a heel. So when I'm here, it goes pivot, pivot. So that establishes the shoulder width stance, and you go like this, and then we would brush knee. Now we're making a 180-degree turn. We can turn all the way like this. That's a more of an extreme turn. Is that what she meant? Yeah, so it's tough to decide which is the inside foot or the outside foot depending on your transition. But typically, when your hands are like this in the stork flap swing position, and I'm going to turn in this direction, I would pivot on the ball of the foot first and then the heel. The reason for that is if I did this, if I pivot on the heel first and I turn like this, my feet are going to be too close. So the correct way to turn is to pivot on the ball of the foot on the backside, and then you'll have the correct width of your stance. Now, that's a 90-degree turn. You always pivot off the back foot like this. Now, if I wanted to turn in this way, that would be too narrow. Okay, so that's the reason for pivoting on the ball of the foot. Stork flap swing is that like that. Now, if I was here and then turning back, I would pivot on the heel first and then the toe. And I would go on the toe and then the heel. So it's a reverse order when you're pivoting back from this position back to the other side. You would pivot on the heel because you're on the heel already. So, but in the Jade Lady work shuttle, I was saying, because this is strum the lute. So we're always focused on the upper hand and the hand is coming to your center line. But if you pass through here and create the circular arc on the bottom, then you have a full transition. It's not just taking the hand and doing that. That's the most basic sun-aligned motion. But because we have vertical to horizontal and vertical to horizontal, that gives you a dimension on the bottom, right? So when you're crossing over, we're moving from left to right. So if I'm moving in this direction, say I'm in Jade Lady Work Shuttle, I'm turning like this, and then the hand comes up, and then I go to neutral. I turn like this, and I go to Jade Lady Work Shuttle. Now, because I'm turning, I want to have a compatible motion, and then that allows me to go through that transition. So this just ties the two units together so you have circular movement. Just like that's this way, right? Brush knee is actually the opposite of cloud hands. So cloud hands would go this way, brush knee would go this way, or turning to neutral would tie that together. Essentially, it's the same circles and center lines, because everything is referenced to your body as you track. So if I go like this, you have it here, and I have it here. Now you also have it in the long form when you switch up after parry and punch. After parry and punch, right? I high pat the horse, and then I'm going to step up to grasp the sparrow's tail, right? So you have that setup to prepare you for the next position. Because every transition becomes the beginning of or the end of the move becomes the beginning of the next. So how do you tie those postures together? You have your individual units, which is your individual postures. Then you have a transition, whether it's a leg work or a crossover or a turn, right? So that's what you need to build into the connection to make the form seem like it's seamless, that it's continuous. So the long form is, or any of the forms really is just linking them together. So the linkage is what you have to build into your relationship in the body. Because if I move a leg, I have to move a hand. I move a leg, I have to move a hand. I move a hand, I have to move a leg. Because the upper, lower body has to connect as a coordinated, balanced type of motion. Just like this. If I move a leg, I have to move the hand. So when you walk, it should be like that too. Unless you're carrying something, you're not going to walk like this, because you're not free to move. Your body should be free, and it should have this relationship. That relationship is really developing balance and center of gravity. So that happens in movement, but we don't pay attention to it, and a lot of times we're not conscious of it. So the body doesn't understand. So what we're building is body intelligence. That's really ultimately what's happening. And body intelligence is developing your motor skills, which is really developed up in your brain through the motor neurons. So your brain has to be involved in everything that you're doing. So the mind directs the movement, and the body follows. And then when it actually learns it, then you get feedback, right? Because everything that we're doing, proprioception, is a feedback. It's a mechanism that says, okay, I'm standing here. It tells me that my feet are touching the ground, my weight is over here, my body's over here, and your body will respond. So when movements that we're doing enter the subconscious level of behavior, you don't think about it anymore. It's just a constant feedback of what's going on. So that's one of the things I call as preventing age-related degeneration. Because age-related degeneration is something that happens because you don't use it. So the old saying, they say, you don't use it, you lose it. It's true, because your brain starts to prune out things that it thinks it doesn't need anymore, right? Because everything that goes in here is information. But if you don't feed it any information and it doesn't have to respond, then it just goes dormant. Memory goes like that. Things you learn, you learn something today and you focus on it. Then you stop for a few months. What happens? You kind of forget it a bit. You have to kind of recall it. Even working your computer, then you forget what the prompts are. You forget, what you're supposed to do. So it's just it's part of the course. You just kind of lose it a little bit. But if it's in the long-term memory, you can always draw it out. You can extract it. And I guess the more you're doing that, you become better at it. So people that, when you retire, you stop working, what happens? You kind of get brain dead. You're not using it, so you're not as sharp. And, all that stuff happens when you're around 50. That stuff, maybe late 40s, 50, you get a little slower at it because you're not doing as many new things, or you're just set in the ways of you doing things, and then you just get stuck. Okay, let's go through the form. We're going through the short form. Ready? Preparation. Step up. Forward, back, and turn the corner. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip. Hold the ball. Shift, diagonal flying. Raise the hand. Bend from the waist. Stork flaps wings. Sink, turn. Brush knee 4 times. Step up and close the door. Form the fist and punch. Divert, block, and punch. Cross the arms. Leopard and tiger springs to mountain. Back to neutral, fist under elbow. Forward. Repulse the monkey 3 times. Go forward. Don't forget to turn and straighten the back foot because the weight is on the front leg at that point. Then you reverse. We're going to do one more. Left side. Back to neutral. Hold the ball. Twist step. Go out. Diagonal flying. Sit back. Insert the needle. Step forward. Fan out the feet. Fan through the back. Turn. Stroke down. Invert the hand. Parry and punch. Then we step forward. Punch. Divert, lock, and punch. Cross the arms, leopard and tiger springs to mountain. Okay, now the hands go down, lean forward, sit back, pivot, go to the corner and the right side and the rear. Square the feet, raise the hand, left side up, bend from the waist, stork flaps wings, and there's your toe heel pivot. grasp the sparrow's tail left side. Hook your wrists, turn, open the stance, good, single whip. Hold the ball and flip it over, reverse the ball, go to your left. We're in the left side now, stroke down. So we're head this way, Julie. Part the horse's mane. Now we're going to step up with the right foot. We're in the right stance. We're going to stroke down. Here's part the horse's mane. Now we're going to cross corner. Now move the hands. Move the hands. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now sit back and look toward that direction. Drop your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Hook your wrists. Cloud hands. Pivot under heel. These are heel pivots. Toe heel. Heel pivot. Toe heel. Back to here. Hook your wrists. Single whip. Hold the ball. Reverse. Close. And done. Okay, deep breathing. So just what we did, connecting the postures is something you have to work on, and then eventually you program that in, because it's missing now because the point was missed. Because when you're first learning it, you're focusing on all the movements here. But then while you're building that relationship, then when you're doing even strum the lute now you're more familiar with the fact that you have a lower hoop. And then once you build that lower hoop into your movement, then now you have more of the geometry in your position. So you have horizontal and vertical relationships constantly interacting, going from one to other. Even reverse the ball, you say, well, that's just putting this hand on top of here. But before you get to horizontal, you got to go to vertical. You go to horizontal to get to vertical. It's just 4 sides of a square. You can't get to the top and bottom without going up and down. See? So those are concepts, and they're not obvious in the beginning because we're only looking at certain parts of the motion. So you can imagine your body has, 4 appendages, and you have 12 joints in your primary movers, not to mention everything else, but those are your major ones that you can see that they're working: your knees, your elbows, your shoulders, your hips, your ankles, and your wrists. They're all tied together, through your torso and everything else. So you're manipulating, many, many pieces that have to kind of coordinate together, working, that relationship that I'm talking about, because our body is connected. It's one unit. It's systemic, and movements have to, work together to build that relationship through the understanding here, and it builds, the motor neurons builds all of that stuff. That helps your brain plasticity. So, science talks about all these things, but how do you do it? How do you do it? There's repetition is one of the ways humans learn, creatures of habit. So we have to go through that process. What's always conflicting, aside from tension in the body, is habits. You have to break habits to learn new ones. So breaking a habit is as bad as learning it. In fact, learning it without habit actually is easier. So, kids actually adapt easier because they have less habits that they've created over because they haven't been around as long. So the longer you've been on earth, the more habits you have. and you get set in certain ways. So just sort of what it is. But with movement, it'll constantly evolve as long as you're doing it. Yeah. So we can, so Lucian, any other question? Yeah? Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, so because we've been streaming this, we have a big global following. India, Malaysia, South America. You can see them all there. So that and there's closed caption now. It's in something like 8 languages that's translated. So we've been doing a lot. The last 4 months have been a really tremendous learning experience for me and for people out there that's learning and for you. So that, it's been a good thing. We've actually, made the time, a positive thing rather than like just let everything go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's good. So let's go through the long form. We'll go from beginning to end. Right. So we start off with the shoulder width stance. Okay. Preparation. Step up. So this is just like in the Tai Chi Paradigm. Turn the corner, flip the hands. Close the door. Form the fists and punch. Okay. Oblique single whip. So that's the corner. Brush knee one time and then insert needle. Step backwards, retreat, divert, block, and punch. Grasp the sparrow's tail. And single whip. Cloud hands. We're going to do the instep kick. Ready? So it's your toe kick. Beat the tiger. Right heel kick. 2 punches to the ear. Potting leg. Okay, obliques again. Second set. Single whip. Hold the ball and reverse. Diagonal flying right side to 5 pot the horse's mane. That's one side, one time on the left only, and then we do 2 more on the right. Now we cross corner. 4 J Lady work shadows. So here's that same pass through. We try to connect and coordinate the hands. And we have one part, the horse's mane here. Now we cross over. 1, 2, 3. Vertical to horizontal. Turn. Horizontal. Switch the hands. Relax the shoulders. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip. Cloud hand, second set. Now we're facing this way. Snake sticks out tongue, downward posture. Golden cockerel. Repulse the monkey again. Step up and raise the hand. Brush knee one time. Insert the needle second time. Fan to the back. Turn, parry and punch. Step forward, punch. Infinity sign. Step up, grasp the sparrow's tail. To single whip. Cloud hands again. Third set. Turn, set up, palm strikes face. Turn, single lotus kick. Left side brush knee. Right side punch down. Step up again. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Right side. So only the right side is done in the long form. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Then we get the downward posture again. Seven star. Step back, ride the tiger. Palm strikes face. Turn. Double lotus kick. Draw bow to shoot tiger. Palm strikes face. High pat the horse. And palm strikes face. Turn. Parry and punch. High pat the horse on this side. Step up to neutral. Step up to grasp the sparrow's tail. Okay, good. Deep breathing. So Peter, this is your first time back, huh? You didn't do the outside park thing we did? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, so it's been, it's good. People still, the other Peter came, Peter Strzok, yeah. Yeah, he was here last week. A few people, Maria, Mara, they've been back. Kim, so Julia's been back a few times. She comes even when we don't have class. No, so. Yeah, because video is two-dimension, and you get more volume, when you're live. But a lot of people, still very concerned about going. Yeah. Yeah, people they're waiting for, some of this uncertainty to settle out. So, it's tough situation out there. Yeah. I know, the corporate world, a lot of people working home. I just read something about, a lot of sublease places in Boston. All the people that have these big offices, they want to sublet some of the space. Something 700,000 square feet of space for sublet leasing. And then they said maybe after the first of the year, they might have 2 million square feet of space that's sublet. Yeah. Yeah. All over the place, It's always like that. They build, then they overbuild, and then, it's the level playing field. Oh. Yeah. Right.
So, Sivu, you still have 11 minutes if you wanted to work on something specific.
Yeah. So any questions? We could do the four corner movements. The four corners, Jade Lady work shuttle. Because that's a little different from the other one. So let's do it in the mirror, right? When we're here. Okay. So we just finished part the horse's mane, and then we'll cross over. Find your center, go to forward position, go to center, turn, and then we have Jade Lady work shuttle. Okay. So get your position, sit back, and then we start to turn. So relax the arms, let them drop. So you don't want to hold them and then walk all the way over here. You begin to move by relaxing and turning till you get to here. And then you're stepping through. So you can sustain it a little bit longer than when we're doing the other one because we're moving from here to here. And then we go Jade Lady Work Shuttle. Here we have part the horse's mane, and then we cross over. So you see the hands are going to move with the legs. You have this relationship where your hands are turning and then finding center. After part the horse's mane, my hands are typically in this position. Now when I sit, this hand goes toward the center as we cross over, and then this hand switches to get this foot forward. Yeah, so it's a the transition is pretty consistent, going from neutral positions. So that's with the big turn and pivot, right? So even if we were in this position and we wanted to step up, that's what you would do. So you want the hands, by the time you finish your step, you should be approaching your position, and then you can begin from there. And then if it was grass the sparrow's tail, it would be that. If I step up and I turn, that could be brush knee. So any one of those, because this to this is really the beginning of one of the postures, depending on which it is. Just like single whip when you're here, and we draw this hand across. Once we finish, we start to move in, and then this comes across, and see the hands, like this. See? So you're always working with your center. Your center is the line that bisects the body, but your center reference is consistently, within the realm of this space. So your space is really center line front and 45 degrees and 45 degrees. So anything beyond that 45-degree space becomes a pivot. So you can turn your body 45 degrees without moving your legs by stepping. But once you integrate the step, then you're on your new center line. So your center line is constant. You have 8 center lines because you have an octagon. And then everything in between will tie it together because it's a mapping of your form. Between the right and left, it's horizontal. Right? Between forward and back, it's horizontal. Between up and down is vertical. So that's what three-dimensional movement is. We're always dealing with space. So while we're here, I go forward and back and I turn, that initiates the movement. So that's what we have to track. For every turn and rotation, you have a right and left side. And at the same time, you have forward and backward and twisting. So this footwork is designed to take you in a certain direction. Then one more step, right? Then you have the double step. And then you're in that position. If I was crossing over, I would go this way. And one more step. So you get your left leg forward. And then if I sit back and turn, then you're in your movement. So as you get more and more familiar with that timing, then it just starts to blend. But it does take a little bit of practice to find your balance points and control that center. When you cross your legs, they're always on that center line. You don't want when you cross to have this gap here. Because when the knee touches the outside of the calf, lightly, you can touch just as a gauge, you're going to be on your center line. Anything very like this, then you're outside of that center. So you have to be here. So in this, I'm going in this way. If I want to go this way with the cross leg, my feet are like this. And then I would go up. Like in Carry Tiger to the Mountain, when I turn all the way to this corner, my legs will be like this. So your position will be right. Yeah. So a lot of these is, so even there, when you turn, you have a sensitivity of the legs touching. So you can feel that.
So
It's not tight. Yeah.
There was another question Aruna had. She said she noticed that in Yang style, for the kicks, the hands push out with the palms outward and the fingers pointing up. With Wu style here, the hands open out with the palms facing up and the fingers outward. Is that correct?
Yeah. Because this was just one dimension. So when you go like this, you're kicking like this, whereas we're spreading. So it's a little bit different because we have an intent of it. This hand is going like this hand is going like this. Although we came from here, it did go down, but then it changed direction. So it has more dimensional change in that. And while this is just the knee and the elbow, we have also expanding, and then this is actually working in a crisscross like this. So you have horizontal and forward. So that's really more of a technique. And the intent and the level of movement really is, what are you doing with your hands? Because if you're using it like this, you only can bring something down. This way you're distracting. So that the idea and the intent of movement would be slightly different. So anyways, so I hope that was good for you. I'll see you Saturday. All right? Yeah, Saturday here, we'll be in there. Hopefully we'll get a few more people. Yeah. Same protocol. Come in, little Perel, take your temperature, and then you're free to go. All right, good. Good seeing everyone. Everybody. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining our class. That ends it for this class. Next, coming up, we have Tai Chi Paradigm for Parkinson's. We hope you'll join us for that.
Well,
And
you
also
pick up a
stay tuned.
little
On
each
Saturday,
time,
we have
and then
a big announcement
Good.
about a new project.
But you practice.
That we're
I can
releasing
tell
that we
you
hope will
doing it.
benefit everybody.
You're
So,
still,
again, thanks for
you've
tuning
improved
in.
since.
If you haven't, and you're a viewer but you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. And again,
Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot. We'll see you at the next one.